I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
Molly in that whiskey, that's my nigga Lewinsky. Molly in that whiskey, that's my nigga Lewinsky. Molly in that whiskey, that's my nigga Lewinsky. Molly in that whiskey, that's my nigga Lewinsky. It'll make a word.
Monica Lewinsky.
That's my nigga Lewinsky.
Monica Lewinsky.
And everyone's like, no, G, what you rap on that shit? Make a dumb song about acting ratchet. Flip another 50s on, that's a classic. Endless summer, please go back to that shit. Ain't shit changed, got the facts to back it. And I don't give a fuck if the truth be told, cause I've been doing drugs with these groupie hoes, drunk listening to Gucci Throat. Last night, yeah, I found a slut who appeared to be the type to be down to cut. She took another shot and said, turn down for what? Like, I don't know, fuck, you look like you might throw up. Silly hoes party so much these days. The Monica Lewinskys who give the BJs. I really like a friend, call her up for 3 ways. This song's full of all the cliches. Bullet bourbon, I pull up swerving. I'm the waviest, I might pull up surfing. I'm waking up, I'm over as fuck. I make the girl get out, but first pull the curtain. Off a bizzle, throw a party, all these bitches sniffle. Neighbors bugging, saying, please just try to.
Alright, you guys, what's poppin'? Don't mind my hair and do not mind my uniform. I just got off work, but everything just arrived. It is a day after I filmed the last video, and everything for the roof rack just got here, so we're gonna go ahead and set that up. I also saw that I could reduce the wind noise with only $9 instead of getting a wind fairing. So we're gonna go ahead and set it up. We're already gonna do that as well. We're gonna install it on the truck, and I'm gonna show you guys step by step. And let's see if this trick works. But yeah, let's get into it. So as you guys can see right here, I have the Yakima Jetstream bars. They are the medium 60. I have the bass clips, the BC 110s, and the baseline towers. So this is the setup that I went with. I believe this setup does fit GMC Sierra's 1500s and Chevy Silverados. So in case you're looking to get one, this is my setup. If you guys want to use it, you guys can. But let's do this. So I think my wife just got here, but this is basically one of them. This goes on top, obviously, like this. But I'm gonna show you guys how to do these real quick. So basically what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna grab the base clip, you're gonna pop this little sucker out. Now you're gonna put this on here. So you guys heard it, it popped. Well, I'm not sure if you guys heard it, but you know what I mean. So basically what we're gonna do is now is lift that, and what we're gonna want to do is this is gonna face down, so it goes in like so, in between this little gray thing right here. So there's a little gap right there. So as you guys can see, it's stuck already, but they give you this special tool. So basically what you want to do so it's not too loose is go ahead and tighten it a little bit, which is what I did. So there we are. And now from here what we're gonna do is, as you guys see this right here, we're gonna go ahead and take one of these little suckers out. So we're gonna go ahead and take this off. We're gonna go ahead and pop this little sucker in here, like so. Now what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna pull this little sucker out right here, right? So we're gonna put this little sucker right here, and since it's out already, you guys see that bolt right there? There's two. 1, 2. Go ahead and ignore my wife in the back, but you're basically gonna tighten that one right there, the one in the back, the head, and it stays locked on there. That's basically what you're gonna want to do for all 4 of them. And yeah, so it's on there. Everything's really well on there until we attach them to these. So let's do that. Alright you guys, so as you guys can see, I got this one in here. I haven't tightened it down. It's still pretty loose on there. And there's these measurements right here to kind of, they're on both sides. So you can kind of like evenly spread it out and then adjust it once it's on your car, or you can measure it already. I'm choosing to just kind of slide them in, tighten it a little bit, and then adjust it once I actually have it on the truck. And then just match the numbers on both sides. It's basically what's gonna work for me. This little part right here is what goes in here. So let's go ahead and put another one on and let's get to it. All right you guys, so I just finished setting them both up, as you guys can tell right there. I slid them in and then I tightened this little back one over here. Let me see if you guys can see it a little bit. So it's a little bit harder to move, but it's on there pretty well. And then so basically what I'm gonna go do right now is I'm gonna go put it on, measure them out, and then cut these to the exact amount that I need, and then add these and then put them back on the truck. But once we're done taking the measurements, we're gonna go ahead and do the little trick that I've seen that reduces the wind noise for only $9. So let's do it. All that's left is to pop these suckers in right here, cut this up to the exact length that I need, and just basically tighten it on my roof. So that's all I gotta do next, and I'll go into more detail once it's already installed. Like I said, right now it is nighttime, so you guys probably won't be able to see it, but I'll go ahead and shoot more tomorrow and show you guys everything that I tightened, just in case you guys weren't able to tell. But basically the only things that will be tightened are the screws right here, this one that's through this hole right here, which you guys can't even see. Look. So this hole right here, this will be tightened, and then this one will be tightened as well. But that should be it for that. So yeah, let's do this. And like I said, this one in here as well. Alright, so as you guys can tell, they're both basically set up. So now this comes with the kit, which is like basically the key to all the bolts on here. So basically this one right here will move. Let me show you guys actually. Let me just flip it. So basically this bolt right here is gonna move this either in or out, as you guys can see. And we're gonna go ahead and show you guys what I mean. So as you guys can see, it's going higher, like it's tightening up. I don't know if you guys can actually tell, but let's lower it. And that's just kind of what this one does. And now the one behind here, right here, that one pushes it in or out. So basically it would either go farther out or farther in. So that's basically how I'm gonna tighten it once I have it on my roof. Right now I have them just like whatever, but we're gonna go ahead and do the little trick for it to minimize the wind noise. And basically what we're gonna be using is so I got this one right here. It's paracord, I think that's how you pronounce it. We use this in the military too, so I kind of already knew what it was. I decided to go with the tan color because the wrap on my truck and these are black. I just thought they would kind of go cool together. So basically we just set it in water. It's been in there maybe for like an hour. You don't need to do it that long, but that's just kind of how long I decided to do it. While I set this up, I decided to wet it. And basically what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to tie it around it and then just keep looping it all over the bars. and basically that should minimize the wind noise and the whistling and whatever it does. I've never had it, so I don't know how loud it would be, but I didn't want to deal with it, so I saw this trick, cheap and easy. And if anything, I think I still might get the what is it called? I think it's called the wind flare to put up front, but I'm not sure about that one yet. I think it kind of looks cool, so I might just get it just for looks. But that's basically what we're gonna be doing right now. So as you guys can see right there, I'm sorry for the mess. I'll clean it once I'm done. But here are the bars. Basically what we're gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna wrap it. Should I do it all the way from the outside or from the inside? I think maybe from the outside might be a little bit better. But so basically, I'm gonna tie it from the bottom right here. Basically what we're gonna go ahead and do is just kind of wrap it around. So it's right there. We're gonna go ahead and just loop it. Hopefully you can see this. But basically what causes the wind noise is how flat the bars are. And I saw a bunch of people doing this, and a lot of people were saying it really works. Like, there's no point to get the, I think it is called the wind flare. Let me search it up, because I have it in my cart on Amazon, but just haven't pulled the trigger on it. Oh, windshield fairing. My bad, flare, what the fuck. Oh, wind fairing. And you can also make those, like, DIY it. I just kind of like the way it is, so I mean, if I don't need to buy it, I might not, but it does look kind of cool. So my only issue with that is, since I am putting a rooftop tent on top of this, I'm like, I don't know how that would really work out. So yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that right there, but this is gonna be one, and then I'm just gonna do the same thing to the other one. Like I said, it's wet. They said, I don't know why they said to wet it, if I'm being honest, but I was like, okay, I'll do it. But yeah, so that should basically cut some of the wind noise out. So hopefully tomorrow morning when I'm driving, it won't be that bad. I'll go ahead and record. You guys will hear it, see if it works. And if you own one, well, you'll be able to see the difference between what I'm driving and what you're driving. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up, tighten them on my roof, and then show you guys tomorrow.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
Molly in that whiskey, that's my nigga Lewinsky. Molly in that whiskey, that's my nigga Lewinsky. Molly in that whiskey, that's my nigga Lewinsky. Molly in that whiskey, that's my nigga Lewinsky. It'll make up. Word.
Alright, what's poppin', you guys? So I just got off work, but I wanted to do this before daylight runs out. So yeah, that's why I'm still in uniform. Sorry about my hair. I'm growing it out. It's a little crazy. So yeah, so as you guys saw by the reveal, we went with roof rack, with the roof rack. I actually went with the Yakima, and I went with the Jetstream bars. I chose this rack. I'm gonna give you guys some details on it. Right now we're actually gonna test to see if there's any wind noise, if it's loud. We don't have any music, any AC, none of that. And I think we're gonna test it all the way up to 75 miles per hour. So yeah, but I went with this roof rack because I didn't want to do any drilling first. I know a lot of people have really nice roof racks, but there's drilling involved, and I just kind of didn't want to have to do that to my truck. Even if it is like a long-term use, I just didn't want to do that to myself, you know. I didn't want to do something and then not have a way to go back. So just in case I do want to sell this or something like that, I can. But right now we're gonna also do this test with the windows up, the windows down, at all speeds. So yeah, so I went with this rack. As you guys saw, you just have to, it goes like inside your door, and then you just tighten it and it latches on. It carries up to 165 pounds, and that's enough for me because I'm going to be putting a rooftop tent on top of there. So that's definitely enough for me. We're actually hitting 50, let me see. We're hitting 55 right now, by the way, 56. Like I said, my speedometer is off by like 5 miles per hour. So give or take, well, give, because it's hitting, it says 51 on my speedometer, but I'm actually hitting 56. So this is when the window's up, this is with the windows down. I hear no difference since I installed them. I drove around all day today with them. I had people in here and I was hitting like 70, 75, and I didn't hear a difference. So let's go ahead and bump it up. So we're hitting 60 now. My speedometer says 55. We're hitting 60. So yeah, so as you guys can hear, hopefully the mic is catching everything, but let's do the windows down now. I drive a lot with windows down, so if I'm being honest, this is how it sounded before. That's why it's no biggie to me. So now we're hitting 60 on my speedometer, but in reality we're hitting 65. Windows down. Windows up. Okay, now let's go ahead and hit 65 on my speedometer, 70 miles per hour. Hopefully there's no cops because the speed limit is 55 here. But can you guys hear that? I think I kind of hear a noise right now. I think I kind of hear some kind of whistling. Windows down, 70 miles per hour, 65 on my speedometer. And like I said, the reason there's a difference is because of my wheels and tires are heavier. I don't know if you guys can hear that. That's not too loud for me, but it is whistling because I just started slowing down, and I can hear it getting lower and lower and lower. So I'm guessing that is whistling, and that's the first time I've actually heard it because I'm really paying attention to it. But it's not bad. It's like super low. That's why I wasn't sure if it was whistling or not. But we're about to bust it, so yeah. Let's go ahead and do this before there's cars. And we just hit 70, so we're gonna go ahead and hit 70 miles on my speedometer, 75 correctly because of the wheels and tires, like I said. Let's try this out. So I don't hear the whistling right now. I'm at 55. I hear it a little bit right there, and this is already 62. 65. Okay, so like around the 65 range you start hearing it a little bit, but with music, like even at the lowest music you wouldn't hear this, or even with the AC or the heater on. So we're hitting 70 right about now. And now let's hit 75. So we're currently hitting 75 right now, 70 miles on my speedometer, 75 that I'm hitting. Windows. With the windows down, you don't hear anything. Like I said, you can little bit inside the cab, I do have this like open. So what the fuck? I'm hoping the mic catches that. So I had the cover of my sunroof open, because like I said, I do have a sunroof up there, and I had it open to where the daylight can come in, but obviously my sunroof wasn't opened at all in any way, but just the little protector screen was, which makes it darker in here. And so I had that open, and you can hear the whistling when it's open. Now, I don't know if you guys heard that, but when I closed it, you don't hear anything at all. And with the windows down, you don't hear anything. And that was me hitting 75 miles per hour. And as soon as I closed the little protector thing, I don't know what it's called, but it's the little slider that just kind of makes it dark in here. I didn't hear anything at all. And I opened it, I closed it. So when I would open it, I could hear it. When I would close it, it wasn't. So if I have this closed at all times, I only had it open right now for lighting because it's a little dark. It's getting dark already. It's barely 4:45, but it's already getting dark because of the daylight savings time change. So yeah, with it closed though, you don't hear it at all. So maybe if you don't have a sunroof, you probably wouldn't hear it at all. But since I do have a sunroof and I had that open, I was able to hear it. Now when I closed it, like I said, I couldn't hear it at all. So there's that. The paracord really does work. Honestly, I'm hitting right now my average is 18.5, and usually my average is like 18.9, 19, 20 sometimes. It depends, because so this weekend I was speeding a little bit to work, you feel me? So my average had gone down. It was all the way down to 15 because I was speeding. And right now we're back up at 18.4, and this is after installing the bars. Earlier today I was at like 15.6. So, and I installed these last night, and like I said, right now we're hitting 18.4. And yeah, that's with the bars installed. Now with the rooftop tent, there might be a difference. Like I said, I don't know if I want to get the wind fairing yet, just because I'm like, it looks really nice, but I would probably just get it for looks if I'm being honest. So I don't know if I'm gonna do that yet. Fuck, I forgot to turn the auto start stop off. But let me know what you guys think down below. The rooftop tent should be coming in this upcoming week. I do have locks coming in as well for the Yakima bars, which I will be installing as well. I might put a video out on that, not sure yet. I bought them for all 4 of them. That way, you know, it's a little bit harder for people to steal. I think they shouldn't be able to steal it because I timed it really well. But hopefully this video helped you out in case you were thinking about adding this to your Sierra or your Silverado. Like I said, I went with these. I didn't want to drill, and if I would have put in a bed rack, I was gonna lose access to my bed, like the majority of it, and I really like having access to my bed. Also, like I said, I do have this rear view camera, and I'll go ahead and take a video of it right now so you guys can see it. So here's that camera. As you guys can see that, I would lose access to that, and I didn't want to deal with that. I didn't want to lose access to that. Like, this truck has 15 cameras. I was not about to lose one of them. Like, it wasn't gonna happen. This camera is really nice, and I like being able to also look into my bed and see if anything's flying, if anything's moving around, anything like that. And if I would have put in a bed rack, I would have lost access to that. I would have had to throw the tonneau cover away or given it away, because like I said, it's already used and it wasn't so expensive, so I probably would have just given it away or thrown it away, one of those two. So it would have just been like $100 that I would have just lost out on. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know down below. I'll go ahead and put the Amazon links down below to each item that I got. And I'll also be putting the series or whatever it is. If you do have a Silverado or a Sierra, it should fit your truck. So, yeah, if you have a crew cab with a naked roof, it should fit your truck. Just in case you guys were wondering, like I said, there Thule has some, Rhino Rack has some. I don't know if there's another brand that has some, but if you guys are interested, like I said, I went with the Yakima. That was my preference, and it is what it is, you feel me? If you don't like this mod, I'm sorry. It's my truck. That's all I can really say. It's my bread, it's my money I spend on it, and that's just basically it for this video. So I'll catch you guys next time.